A lot of people use the internet nowadays. According to an article by Tom File called Computer and Internet Use in the United States, over 70% of households have access to the internet. What good is this access if someone else deems what you can and cannot view? Now, some people here may not be familiar with the idea of the internet being censored, but think back to high school or work where you try to access a web page and you're not allowed to. I just imagine the internet like this, but all the time. I've used the internet most of my life. Back when AOL was around and you had to use dial-up just to get a half-decent connection. But censoring the internet has been a topic of discussion for years now. Is the people's responsibility to stop it from happening, or is the people who are going to feel the afterglow? With a general understanding of the importance of this issue, let's take a second to see how it is relevant to you. The main thing stopping internet censorship is us. Inaction on our part can lead to a bill being passed, like CISPA or SOPA. You guys are familiar with that. And having a suppressed internet is the first step on a very slippery slope. Awareness of this issue is a key factor in dealing with it, but you have companies like Google with their #FreeOpen campaign to try and raise awareness of this and prevent it from happening. Having an open World Wide Web also helps humanity as a whole by letting people research ideas they want to, or study things they want to, or talk about what they want to, not what they're allowed to. And by controlling the internet, you're also restricting the freedoms of the people. Not to mention, we really want entities like the NSA to have any more power than they already have. So what can we do about it? In order to keep the government hands out of the internet, there's a few actions you need to take. Jeffrey Burke writes about the Internet Defense League in one of his articles, which is pretty much just a bunch of websites like Reddit, Google, things of that nature, getting together to inform users of stuff like this happening and help them find the petitions they need to sign or the politicians they need to contact. Or even in extreme cases, boycotting a company. Now, these tools have proven useful in the past, evidenced by the failure of CISPA over the past couple of years. Now, these are all free methods of dealing with these problems. It's not going to cost you anything, just a little bit of your time. And it's been shown effective too with SOPA. Back when Wikipedia shut down, according to the the Journal of Technology and Intellectual Property, Google received over 7 million signatures during this time, and the SOPA bill was stopped in its tracks. As you can see, people have already taken actions towards having a free internet, but this is going to require everyone's help. If people start taking an active role in keeping the internet free, you won't see any difference in your online experience. And that's a good thing. The internet shouldn't change. It's good the way it is. And when you do your part, it benefits everyone by keeping everybody's freedoms intact. Now, with inaction, though, the internet can start to reflect something like China's, where the internet's controlled and the internet's used to control. See Lo Mansu's article, Control and Regulation of the Internet in China, for more information about that. Next time you hear of a new bill regarding internet restrictiveness or censorship being passed, contact your local politician, sign that petition, or even, in those extreme cases, boycott the company that's funding it or that's going to profit from it. Now, while this kind of may come across as a small issue, I can't stress the importance of being active more than I already have. Remember, most of the ways you can make a stand for your freedoms aren't going to cost you anything, just your time. But they can make a big difference in how the internet's going to be in the future. You don't want to be sitting down one day talking to your kids about how the internet used to be, do you? Don't forget what internet restrictions can lead to. One minute it's just talking about our securities and our freedoms and stopping terrorism, and next thing you know it's America, China 2.0. It was Thomas Jefferson who's credited with the saying, if the law is unjust, man is not only right to disobey it, he's obligated to do so. So why don't you help me stop that from ever happening so we don't have to break the law in the first place? Thank you.